What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Loki. His name is Pelososo. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Loki as well. His name is Garmajuda. Game number 3 of this best of 3 series. The winner of this one guaranteed a spot in Challengers League. It means everything. Winning this is everything, really. Very excited to see how this is going to turn out. I'm surprised to see this, to be honest. So this tournament is supposed to be the kind of players tournament as it is. This is a tournament where the players get to show off exactly how good they are, what the potential that you can get to with just focusing on one god or focusing on like a handful of gods and seeing what you can make happen here. But what we've seen here in this series is one player here who's a Loki main. Clearly, Garmajuda just plays Loki. He's going to be playing Loki for this entire tournament, most likely. But Pelososo, he's picked 3 different gods. And this is surprising to me because I wouldn't expect people to pick 3 different gods. I would say maybe max 2. I would have thought like if you get Hades, you get Odin, that kind of covers the entirety of your bad matchups. And you're going to be completely fine to play just those 2 gods and try and get them to a really, really high level. But we're seeing Pelososo here just say, screw it, Savannah, I'm going to be going with Loki here. And we're going to match up with Loki in this game. This is going to be a wild finisher here. An absolute wild finisher. We'll see how things will end up here for Garmajuda, as he's been having a little bit of a struggle here in this series, if we're completely honest. Every single game, well, the other 2 games have been firmly in Pelososo's grasp here, as Garmajuda has been struggling to find winning positions. He got a lucky, he played incredibly well to claw his way back in to the game in game number 2. But we'll see if he can start this one off a little bit better and find himself an easier position moving forward in this game. Now, the Loki mirror, as everybody knows, I believe the Loki mirror is a coin flip. You flip a coin and you say, hands off the keyboard, can't do anything about it. Well, you don't take your hands off the keyboard. There is still some micro you can do, but hands off the keyboard is the image in my brain, and you just say, heads I win, tails I lose. If the coin lands on its side, we continue and we flip the coin again later in the game, and we see how things end up going here. And the reason is for that is in the mirror, there is no reason why you should be ahead, right? But and generally speaking, if there's no reason you should be ahead, the game just continues. But in the Loki mirror, when you engage and take a fight, there is a reason why you're going to be ahead, and that is the Einhyar spawn factor. If you get one Einhyar spawn, your opponent doesn't, then you get an attack boost, which means you do more DPS, which means you get more favor, which means you get more myth unit spawns, which means you win the fight. There are some slight ways in which you can macro to give yourself a slight advantage. If your opponent does this as well, obviously that advantage is nullified. So that is things like bronze mail, copper mail, bronze mail, bronze weapons, copper weapons. If you get those 4 upgrades, you can find yourself an advantage. So I'll have to see if these guys are kind of aware of that or not, and we'll see how things are all going to go. As Pelososo does find a cheeky house over here. Garmajuda going to be losing that one moving forward. And that's going to be a little bit of free favor for Pelososo here. So we do see the Odin's Wand actually here. This is a big relic actually to find. That's 60 resources off of Hall of Thanes of wood, plus 2 favor reduction. So that's actually a huge relic to find for the Loki players in this game. We've also got the Girdle of Hippolyta here, which is going to be giving your throw and axe for an extra hit points, which while it could matter, you might make a handful of throw and axemen in this matchup from time to time. Generally speaking, if both players go 4-setty, which we are seeing here, it's actually probably better to not build throw and axemen at all and just go pure Herser, especially with all of the hunt on this map, all of the herdables on this map as well. Generally speaking, you're going to be completely fine there. to not build a single throw and axeman. As you do see Garmajuda coming through here, harassing off of the wood over here, attacking this long house as well. This house over here does look like it's about to go down as we see a spy getting dropped onto Pelososo's Hersa over there. Sneaky play to do that. It's a very unsuspecting spy, as the villagers do make their way up to the top side of the map to go and check out eat these giraffes, and that's going to be immediately spotted here by Garmajuda. As Garmajuda retreating away over here. Ragi Cloudbone taking a lot of damage. She's going to be retreating back. We'll see how things are going. As we see a little bit, lots of like nice sentry tower micro here from Pelososo. That's going to be forcing Garmajuda back. Spy getting dropped down over here, as we do see one Hersa over here. We've already got the troll and a fellow Hersa to defend over there, as we will see Pelososo coming back up onto this side. My kind of opinion of the Loki mirror, or just mirrors in general, or Norse mirrors in general, I should say, is the best way to play a Norse mirror is to defend your hunt. You build buildings around your hunt, you defend your hunt, your opponent tries to attack you, you can defend it easily because you've got the defender's advantage having buildings on there. If your opponent builds close to it, then you still kind of have a slight advantage, as the units you train will pop out straight onto the battlefield, whereas your opponent takes a couple of seconds to get in there. So you still have a slight advantage, even though it's minute. So the best way to play is to try and just build around your hunt, defend it, have your opponent overcommit to an attack there, win that fight, and then you can start putting pressure onto your opponent with the advantage. Anyways, currently, population-wise, we are seeing Pelososo, for some reason, slightly behind. He's also one villager, or half a villager behind here, it would seem. As it's about 30% of a dwarf behind. So not quite half a villager behind. Not a big deal in the slightest here at all. But Garmajuda with the slight military advantage here with the Hersa. We'll see how he's going to be able to utilize it as he's moving around the map beautifully. We see Hall of Thanes coming through for Pelososo as well. Population is slowly coming back into, well, it's kind of still 10 population differential here as the spied units coming through, and Pelososo not paying attention here just yet, retreating off of this giraffe. Not quite. He's going to be losing a couple more villages. This is not what he wants to happen at all as Garmajuda comes through. One villager down, potentially two villagers down over here, and he's not even going to be taking that much damage to make this happen. Pick off that villager, and then he can simply just turn around, take this fight, or run away, as we see the Hersa coming in over here for Pelososo. But if we take a look at his perspective here, he's got no idea where he needs to run to get any raids down. So this is a desperation raid at the very least here, ladies and gentlemen. He's not gonna find any villagers here. They're all down the bottom side of the map. Obviously, if he found this, it would have been well worth it to hit that raid, but he just doesn't know where it is. So now it's 2 villager lead, potentially 2.5 villager lead for Garmajuda, as he's slowly inching an advantage out here. The other thing that he could potentially start thinking about doing is throwing down an armory here and going in with the copper mail, as we almost see a Hersa snipe here. He does pick off one Hersa. Pelososo, even with that raid, losing that as well, as we do see over on this location here, a little bit of an advantage for Pelososo. He's got himself 8 Hersa to 7 Hersa here, plus the trolls, or maybe it's 9, and he's going to be forcing Garmajuda out of this position here. But we'll see how things are going to come as Garmajuda pulls back into his main base. We've got the dwarves moving into the middle of the map, going to be attempting to steal these gazelle. This is actually huge. If Garmajuda can somehow steal those gazelles, very greedy to do so, and he has been found as an Einjar spawn does come through. The dwarves going to be retreating away. We will be seeing the Hersa coming through. This is actually not the best of spawns right now for Pelososo, because he's kind of out of position here. He's randomly sending his Hersa around this side as well. Looks like his Hersa getting caught out. The dwarves turning around, going to be taking the fight. The Einjar does blow his horn, but it's going to be getting taken down very, very quickly. A troll spawn coming through here, and Pelososo going to be retreating back home here. Garmajuda sitting 96 population. Pelososo sitting 77 population. Did he stop production here? Yes, he did. This is very, very greedy by Pelososo. We'll see if it's going to work out for him or not here. Drops the armory. He's going for a semi-fast heroic here in this matchup. Could work if Garmajuda doesn't spot it, Garmajuda doesn't see what's happening in the main base here of Pelososo. He doesn't know that Pelososo's on 80 population here. He sees the 4 Hursa roaming around the map here, but he doesn't know exactly what Pelososo's planning in this game. Garmajuda, on the other hand, he is just maxing up to 115 population here. He's sending his dwarves forward. He's going to be eating this middle gazelle. That's going to be advantage Garmajuda here. But Pelososo will be able to hit the heroic age here. He will be able to start getting those heroic age Hursa out, and he's going to be able to find a slight advantage here in the heroic age. You'd have to expect even, and he's also caught up a little bit on the villagers somehow, some way. I think maybe he picked off a dwarf or something when all is said and done. Loses a Hursa over here, as the Hursa are going to be retreating back home. And I imagine Pelososo will immediately start up his Hursa production as well, as the villagers look like they're moving forward here to try and grab these gazelle, which Garmajuda is trying to steal away as well. We'll see how things are going to go as the Hursa, what is this Hursa here? Got 18 Hursa on this position. Wall's going to be coming through onto this position here as well, as those Hursa retreating away. And Bragi going to be coming through as well for Pelososo, finally hitting that one. Looks like Garmajuda is actually only 1 minute behind here as well. So this is a very, very small timing which Pelososo can hit. So you can see the big timing that he can hit right now is not necessarily to click flaming weapons, but it's that the Hursa and Pelososo, they've got 169 HP, 9.6 hack damage. The Hursa of Garmajuda on the other side, until he hits Bragi, he's going to be down a little bit on that HP, as we do see the units moving forward for Garmajuda here. He's going to be looking to push in and take out these gold villagers over here. Pelososo going to be trying to pull back. He runs straight into the Hursa as they're going straight onto those dwarves, taking a lot of damage down. Pelososo clicks flaming weapons. The Hursa are simply just going to be retreating away here. He's going to take a little bit of damage, but this is a defensive flaming weapons. This is the worst thing you can do in the Loki mirror, because that gives the opposing Loki player full advantage now. Simply just retreating back home, not fighting this, running around in circles, preventing any of your villagers from getting taken down. We see Garmajuda does that. He's retreating his dwarves back, doesn't want to be losing anything there. And Pelososo here is going to be out of flaming weapons, and Garmajuda is still going to basically have full population and flaming weapons remaining here in this game. It's going to be absolutely gigantic moving forward. We do see these dwarves coming up to the top side of the map. Garmajuda's already got a sneaky longhouse on this position over here. This Hursa might get a Hursa spawn. No myth unit spawn there from said Loki Hursa. So Pelososo will get onto this gold mine for the time being as the Hursa move through here. 4 seconds left of flaming weapons. Going to be losing these straggler Hursa in the main base as we see Garmajuda drops down his market, wanting to get to the mythic age here. In all honesty, if Garmajuda does decide to go for the mythic age here, it doesn't matter what he goes for. If he goes tier, he hits and flaming weapons from the winter, he's going to win. If he goes hell and he clicks Nidhogg on a gold mine and then clicks flaming weapons, he's going to win. What can Pelososo do now to find an advantage here? Obviously, he wants to try and force Garmajuda to click defensive flaming weapons. That's got to be the option here. But the thing is that Garmajuda at this point can simply just retreat all of his units back into his main base and walk into his opponent's base, click flaming weapons, kill the town center, game over. That's the right play here for Garmajuda, and that's exactly what he's doing. And here's the thing, Pelososo most likely is simply just going to be retreating back home and going to have to fight underneath his hometown center, potentially getting watchtowers here. Wouldn't be a bad idea. In order to try and defend against the incoming flaming weapons. We do see the Hursa going straight after this wall over here, breaking that one down. And there's the flaming weapons getting dropped as the army is in the main base of Pelososo. He can't just retreat away and pretend like this flaming weapons is here, because it's come to stay at this point as the dwarves retreating back around this corner here. Frost Giant does get spawned. Hursa going down here as well. As the Battle Boar do manage to push off this gold mine. That's gigantic here. Pelososo losing houses in his main base is really, really key as well. As these dwarves getting picked off. We've got the Hersa up the top side of the map here. Going to attempt to take down these gatherers. Picks off that ox cart. Lots of damage now coming in onto Pelososo's economy here. Garmajuda doing a relatively good job of trying to take out enemy Hersa as well during this. Pelososo, he's losing every single one of his ox carts here. He's in a really, really difficult time here. Random mountain giant here for Pelososo, not going to help out at all. As we do see in the middle of this base over here as well as Garmajuda, he has got some Pelososo battle boars attacking his town center at this point here. He's got one Hersa to try and defend this, but it looks like potentially Garmajuda's town center will be going down. But look at this. Pelososo is down to 15 villages now at this point. 60 population to boot here. Life is going to be very, very tough here for Pelososo moving forward. And I think Garmajuda knows this. He can just retreat back, rebuild his town center, solidify his position, and he should be able to be completely fine moving forward. As the Battle Boar going to be retreating back, we've got these villagers getting chased away by a single lone Battle Boar of Garmajuda. Garmajuda can also send his Loki Hersa up to the top side of the map to take those units out if he so chooses. There is a random troll over here that he can help out with as well, but it looks like Garmajuda has taken the simple solution here, retreating back to his main base with all of his Hersa, take the town center back up, spend the minute fixing this up, and then he can go back into putting full pressure on. As we see that these villagers going after this gold mine. Pelososo did have an ox cart there, but he has lost it. He's only got this one ox cart in the main base remaining, and all those villagers over on this gold mine are going to have to bring that gold all the way back to the hometown center here. As the Hersa swinging around here as well, still searching for something to take out. But man, Garmajuda's economy is so strong right now. He's also spending the resources on that Thurzad's rune to come through, give an extra bonus move speed to his myth units as well. As he does send some myth units in to try and take out Pelososo's town center, but he's already there with his army to take this one out. He's got the Hersa. It's all completely fine here. As the frost giant going to be getting taken down here. And, well, what can Pelososo do right now? How can Pelososo get his economy back into the game? Well, one, he can just continue to send Hersa around the map, trying to get raids, trying to get himself myth unit spawns, trying to prevent gold from being grabbed. And two, he just needs to continue building villages, potentially get a second town center up here. Wouldn't be an awful idea if he can afford it. But the thing is that once these battle boars die over here, if Garmajuda wants to try and make that happen, if he kicks these off, he can just simply... He doesn't have anything to worry about. He's currently attacking everywhere on this map. He's got red dots kind of everywhere. Pelososo trying to figure it out himself. He's moving over onto this position over here with a handful of Hersa. Potentially a myth unit spawn like a fire giant here would be huge. If you could somehow get that happening, get lucky, or a frost giant or something like that. As the dwarves do turn around, they start attacking here. We'll see if there's going to be somewhat of a myth unit spawn, but the dwarves getting one Hersa pick off here already. As the army swings through here for Garmajuda, part of me thinks that he can just right-click on this town center and just end the game right here, right now. Obviously, these units over here wouldn't be that good. Apparently, we don't have a Mythic Age here, so Fire Giant, a little bit impossible. But whatever. Guys, come on. I'm trying to think about ways that we can get a win here for Pelososo here, or keep the game going at the very least, because Garmajuda has got such a commanding position moving forward. Now he's found the villagers on this gold mine here as well, taking those out, trying to put a slight building block over there as well. We're not able to do so as the ox cart does get taken down there. As the dwarves getting picked off here very, very quickly. We see 13 villages now to 41 villages. A Valkyrie spawn, not going to be any help for Pelososo here at all. How many Hersa are actually left here for our... It's got 3 Hersa left for Pelososo to 7 for Garmajuda. A couple more coming through for Pelososo. There might be enough to help him defend, but hell is now on the way for Garmajuda and more units coming through. And in that moment, Pelososo has to tap out here. The win goes to Garmajuda. He comes back in this game, manages to find himself a 2-1 victory here to cement himself in the Challengers League moving forward. Unfortunately for Pelososo, he's not able to qualify in the tournament this season. I have to wait for next season to find his way in. But congratulations here for Garmajuda. Played this one really, really nicely. Pelososo couldn't figure it out. Wasted these flaming weapons, and he just wasn't able to find the win here. And Garmajuda gets the dub. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.